Hey loves, welcome back. Today is day 6 of our 14 days of love, where you are going to manifest your specific person for Valentine's Day. And today's topic, as you see in the title, is that time does not matter and time does not exist. Because obviously, if we're manifesting in this kind of quick amount of time, we need to let go of this concept in order to do it in the quickest way possible. And so, what I want you to comment down below, because I always want to start off every single one of our videos with a massively positive intention. What I want you to write down below is time doesn't bring me my manifestation, I do. So write that down. Time doesn't bring me my manifestation, I do. Comment that down below and set the proper intention for this video. And so we're going to get into some really, really good ideas and some topics. And the first one I actually want to mention is basically diving into why we actually even think that time has anything to do with our manifestation. So what would you say right now is the relationship to time and your specific person, or time and literally anything for that matter? What does time actually have to do with our manifestation? But no, seriously, I know this sounds like a funny question, but what does it have to do with it? Where does time come in when we're manifesting? What is it used for? Okay? And so this is the first concept we want to bring into our mind, and that is time does not bring your manifestations to you, your assumptions do. Okay? And this happens through a bridge of events. So basically, what I'm saying is time doesn't bring your manifestations to you, events do. Okay, so these outside bridge of events, these outside circumstances happening and occurring to create the reality that you want. Okay, and at first you may be thinking, yeah, but Kyle, it seems like time has a huge effect on everything that's happening. But let me ask you this. Let's switch places with your specific person. Okay, you are now them and they are you, or they are manifesting you. Maybe that's a better way to think about it. In that situation, so they are now manifesting you. What is it going to take for you to fall in love with them? Okay, really easy answer, right? What is it going to take for you to fall in love with your specific person? Is it going to be time? Would you say a month of time, a year of time, 10 years of time makes you fall in love with them? And you're going to say, well, Kyle, no, right? Time has nothing to do with this idea. But what would make you fall in love with them? You would say some events, some thoughts, occurrences, right? Thinking of them, seeing stuff that reminded you of them, basically dreaming about them, things like that. So these events that are happening around outside of our awareness and within our awareness, that is what we feel is bringing us to our manifestation and not time. Truly, it is your assumption, but we're going to perceive the bridge of events being these events. And so with that in mind, all of these events then can occur right now. How do we know that they're not already occurring? Right? Your specific person could be already thinking about you right here and right now. They could text you during this video. They could call you. They could reach out. You could be in a really bad state yesterday, move into a proper state today, and see how the whole last week they were constantly thinking about you. Because time does not work in the way that we are thinking it does. So again, all of these things are happening behind the scenes, okay? Or in your awareness. But another funny thing about this concept of awareness is I want you to think of your reality, okay? We think we must and need to see everything. Okay, we think I need to perceive my specific person showing up, coming to me, pursuing me, asking me out on dates, texting me, all of that. We see or feel we need to see that. And if we're not seeing it, then it means our manifestation isn't going in the way we want. But is that true? Okay? Is that truly your reality, right? We always have this focus on the 3D, but why do we do that? Because I want you to think about this. Look around you, okay? And some of these ideas you may have heard in my other videos, but I want to consolidate all of them here. Look around you. Okay. What are you seeing? And what portion of your reality is actually within your sight right now? So I'm in my office. Okay. I can only see my office. My window blinds are closed, so I can't see what's going on outside. What portion of my reality is happening here? And you're going to say, your room is like such a small, baby, insignificant amount of your overall reality that's occurring. So right now, your specific person is pursuing you, chasing you, thinking about you, but you can't see it. And the same with all of the movements of our reality of your neighborhood, your town, your city, your state, your country, right? The earth, right? Everything is moving and actually occurring outside of your awareness. So then if we know that a majority of everything that's happening is going to occur outside of our awareness, why are we then worried when we don't see our specific person asking us out or doing things for us, right? We just we just drew that conclusion that a majority of everything is going to happen behind the scenes. So why do we then overthink that our specific person manifestation is going to be any different? And truly, it's not, but it's just this illusion that we get into, and which then causes us to feel very rushed, feel like we have to be urgent, right? And does it feel as if your reality with your specific person, it needs to be rushed? It needs to happen right here and right now. And which is funny because there's a paradox, because now you might be thinking, well, yeah, Kyle, I am rushed because we're manifesting by Valentine's Day. But here's the trick. The more patient we are, the more we actually create no time. So we're speeding it up, okay? It sounds like a paradox. So the more we feel as if we already have it, the quicker it comes. And so I'll ask you, how long would you wait for something you already have? Because we cannot wait for something we feel as if we already have. So take, for example, something you already have, your shirt. How long would you wait to actually get your shirt, even though it's on you right now? How long would you wait? Would you say a month, a year, 10 years? Or would you be like, I could technically wait to infinity because I feel like I already have it, right? That's going to be your answer. That I already have it, so I'm already fulfilled with it, so I don't need to wait at all. Like I could wait forever, I guess, because I don't really care about getting it. I already have it. We would wait eternally for things we already have. And so this is the true state of living and feeling in the end. Now, it does feel almost like we're bluffing our reality because it feels like we are pretending as if we don't want it to get it, but we're never ever pretending. Okay. We're always feeling as if, and then our reality brings it to us. So remember, time is only here as a learning experience. And also, the logical mind thinks we need to do certain things in order to get our manifestation. Okay, we think there needs to be this set of events that takes us to where we want to go. Okay, like think of driving to the airport. If you're driving to the airport, maybe you feel like you have to pass the pharmacy, the supermarket, and the school. Okay, but that is not how manifestation works. So if we think I must have to text my specific person, call them, go on dates in order to manifest them and be with them, but all of this is going to happen behind the scenes if you want it to. Okay, the path of our logical mind, thinking it needs to take this much time, is not the quickest route. And we actually talked about this already in a previous video with the concept of a GPS. I was going to scroll back to find the actual video, but you guys remember that, right? Watching the other days, okay? So we think, again, your logical mind know that it is not going to be the quickest path to what you want. This is all an illusion. And so then with this in mind, basically the feeling of urgency actually delays our manifestation, and the feeling of patience brings it to us faster, okay? And this is the feeling of you acting as if. Okay, so what I want you to do is begin to relate the feeling of urgency to pain. Okay, if you're trying to rush something run through it, speed it up. I want you to associate that with pain, which I know sounds funny, because it's only creating and manifesting more time. So in this 14 days going up to Valentine's Day, give all of your worries to me. Give all of your anxieties to me. Give all of your fears to me, and I'll completely make them cease to exist. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to show up. And if you're a member, make sure you're doing those affirmations, journaling prompts, and visualizations that I'm giving you, as well as going through the guided meditation. And if you did want to join, become a member and get access to all that, just click below. But so we then want to relate patience to pleasure, because the more patient you are, the faster things come to you. And I know, again, it seems like a paradox, but that truly is your reality. And we can actually think about it in the way of fishing. Now, I don't know if you're a huge fisher, but I think the metaphor is going to make a lot of sense. Think of fishing. Can you speed up fishing? Okay? Like, is that something that you can actively do? Like, speed up and fish faster. I mean, you can do stuff that can support the fishing happening, or the fish coming and biting on your lure, but can you speed it up? And what would happen if you tried to? What would happen if you really tried to cast your line, put it right in front of the fish, throw it at them, funnel them into a corner? How do you think the fish would react? They would react in the exact opposite way of what we're wanting. It would scare them off. They would run away, right? They would go, what's going on here? And they would freak out, right? And that's your reality. We're basically, because of the urgency and the rushing, we're basically creating this urgency or fear because we're feeling it. Our reality reflects it. Okay. But what happens then when you're patient? When you cast your lure, you have the proper perfect bait. That's you being pursued and acting as that pursued individual. What happens when you do that? So you cast out your lure, you're relaxed, you're in the wish fulfilled. How quickly then does it show up, right? And you would say very fast. Once it's dangling perfect, you've set your intention, you feel into the state, you've done everything that you need and what feels good to do, and you cast it out. That's when the fish show up and bite your lure. In the same way, think of your specific person as basically, I guess in this situation, as the fish, right? They are going to be coming up, biting the lure when we are having this patience and these really relaxed sensations, okay? Because that's closer to the wish fulfilled than any sort of urgency. And I don't think you need to be a fisherman to really understand the power of that metaphor. So keep in mind, events or time does not bring your manifestation. Time is not even in the equation. Okay. Time has nothing to do with anything. And seriously, tell me if you think time has anything to do with your manifestation, comment it down below. I would love to hear it. But a comment, again, remember to comment, make sure you're commenting. Time doesn't bring me my manifestation. I do. Okay. Comment that. Time doesn't bring me my manifestation. I do. Because that's the proper intention that we're going to set. And I do have a couple success stories for you guys today that I think they're kind of really funny when it comes to time. But again, remember, it's okay if we're experiencing time. Just know you have the power to overcome it and change it. But sometimes we want time. Like, I don't want to rush totally towards the end of exactly what I want. I want it to be joyful and fun and spontaneous in the middle. That is actually the most important thing when it comes to creating the reality we want, or at least for me. So enjoy the process. The more we're attempting to rush to the end, the less we can enjoy the middle. Okay. And so again, though, it's totally up to you. If you want to snap to existence and go instantly married to your specific person, by all means, go right ahead, because that's going to be able to happen for you because that's your assumption. But I always like to think about it in this way. Whenever we get into a very urgent or rushed feeling, I always ask you, if a genie came to you and said, and you guys know what I'm about to say, if a genie came to you and said, I can right now snap my fingers, make you and your specific person 80 years old, perfectly married for 40, 50, 60, 70 years, not 70 years, 40, 50, 60 years. You have kids, you have your grandchildren, you have everything you want. Do you want me to snap my fingers and make that happen right now? So you're going to jump from wherever you are, 80 years old, 90 years old, let's say 60 years into the future. Okay. Are you okay with that right now? Almost everyone is going to be like, well, no, whoa. Hold your horses there. I want to be with my specific person, but I don't want to skip it. Like, right? We're skipping all of the middle. And this is what happens in this urgency. We feel as if we're trying to jump to this end, get some sort of certificate saying, oh, I'm married, I'm with my specific person. But really, what we're searching for is love, abundance, companionship, fun. Those are the things we're looking for. And if we lose sight of that, we can be trying to gain a certificate saying you did it and lose all of the fun, amazing feelings that we can experience in between. So always keep that in mind. But now I'm going to put up the first success story, and it showcases how we can worry about time and then that feeling can basically cease to exist. And so this is someone from my email coaching session, and I want you to look at this first part. So it said, Mr. Kyle, which I thought was funny, I am in complete awe. I knew what I was doing was working. I knew my manifestations were around the corner and well on their way. I knew all of this, but I am still blown away. They basically went from 0 to 100 really fast. Okay. And the funny thing is too, and I'll show you a different portion of this email coaching. So again, there were a bunch of limiting beliefs. There were a third party. They weren't feeling good enough. Was all of that really just as any other situation as you could ever imagine, and probably your same situation. And just know they were absolutely blown away. But I want to showcase another portion of their email. Because when they started, they actually thought that they're like, all right, my situation's so bad. I know I'm probably going to have to purchase another email coaching. And so they wrote, after this whole thing, I don't think I'll need to purchase more email coaching now. I did not think it would happen this fast, but I did put the work in, that is for sure. But I never looked at time. As I've told you, I worked on my self-concept. I've never been more confident in myself in a very long time, years even. So that's, so basically, you're saving money working with me because you only have to do it once and you're basically done. Which is, God, I thought that was really, really funny that they wrote that, but it's a perfect representation of how time has nothing to do with your manifestation. It's not changing. It's not, your perception of time can completely change and cease overnight. And you can see massive, massive differences begin to happen really, really, really quick. So always keep that in mind. And so now just one more, or a couple more success stories. They're on the same page. And these are like absolutely amazing, cool, awesome success stories that actually happened with my book, just to showcase again how quickly your reality can change. But always remember, certain circumstances are different, certain beliefs are different, certain assumptions are different. So our path, everyone is just as able as anyone else to manifest their specific person right here and right now. It's only our assumptions and our beliefs that we feel are all different. So everyone's assumptions and beliefs are different. And so that's the only deciding factor of when something comes in or not. So if you feel you have some very intense assumptions, that's okay. But remember, you don't have to identify with them. But these people, two of them had results from my book that I thought were absolutely crazy. Said, I have your book. Can say it gave me results in 3 days. That's awesome. And then this next one, I read your book in a day and I got results in 12 hours. Can't believe it. That is really, really cool. And so remember, with all of these, use them to support your self-concept. Support it. It's okay if you don't manifest in 3 days or 12 hours. You're not doing anything wrong. Again, though, we do never deny you have the power within you to create anything you could ever want. Never deny that. But just remember, it's okay if we aren't fully instantly jumping, quantum leaping to the end state. That is perfectly fine. Doesn't mean you're messing up. It just has to do with our current assumptions and our current beliefs. So let me know if you do have any questions on this, because time is something that most people kind of have this weird relationship with. So let me know any questions, comments, ideas on that. Also, if you wanted to reach out to me personally, you can always head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. Send me a personal message, tell me about your situation. Again, I'm a little backed up with my emails, so if I don't respond immediately, I'm not ignoring you. I just have a few other things to kind of get to, but I always love hearing your guys' success stories, your situations, what's happening, everything, your fears, worries, and anxieties. Remember, you can send all of those to me and I'll completely make them cease to exist. Again, one last time, just a reminder, make sure to comment. Time doesn't bring me my manifestation. I do. Maybe even comment it again if you want to really set that in stone. And then remember, just make sure all my members, you are checking out the affirmation, visualization, and journaling prompt of the day, as well as the guided meditation that I usually put out a little later in the day. But make sure you're doing those, maybe even going off to sleep listening to those, because they can absolutely put you into the state. Thanks again so much for stopping by today. It's crazy. We're almost halfway through to day 7. So let me know all of your thoughts, questions, ideas. Jump in if you're a member, comment on any post questions. Maybe I'm going to do like a midweek check-in for all my members. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks again so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.